If you just now tuning in, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit the bell. GMS fam, the green room. Let's talk about it. Hey, yo, GMS fam, the green room. Welcome back to the GMS show. I hope I'm loud enough. Let me know if I'm loud enough or if I'm too loud. I had to come over here to StreamYard because, like I said last week, I am having technical difficulties with this damn desktop goddamn computer, man. I gotta figure that shit out, man. I have to get a whole new one. Basically, I gotta get a whole new one, and we're gonna figure that out. But thank God I had two computers and already, so just gotta get a third one. And here we are on the GMS show once again, man. Thank y'all for pulling up, man. I know it's been a while. I know I have been pulling back a little bit, dropping stuff, but it's because I've been focused on the music aspect right now. I've been doing a lot of stuff musically, writing a lot, getting these beats together, getting this concept together, trying to get all the ideas together, get these people together. So we're gonna be having some other content dropping soon on YouTube, but we're gonna keep doing this as much as we can. God willing, y'all continue to pull up. So, like I said, appreciate y'all for pulling up. I see you, King Lukey. Eclipse is in the building. Simo is here. I see you. What's going on, everybody? There's so much stuff that has been going on, man. I wish I can go live every day, but I got a job. I go to work every day. So the days that I have off, man, I try to go live as much as I can, man. You know, do this show, do 3Gs, try to drop videos as much as I can. So as long as y'all continue to mess with the content, I'm gonna continue to be here and continue to do these lives. What up, Golden Radio Hour? What's going on, y'all? Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way in. Follow on the social, subscribe, all that great stuff, man. I appreciate everybody that's in here right now. So let's get it. I have to speak on first and foremost, because this is the one thing I wanted to get to right away. This Ali Siddiq and Katt Williams beef has been going on for a very long time now. These guys have been talking about each other back and forth, going on and on about this situation with them. It all stems from a show that happened in Houston. I believe they're at an arena somewhere in Houston. Ali was trying to get on the show, or he was invited to the show by somebody. I don't think it was Katt that invited him. It was probably somebody that was a part of the show that invited him and tried to get him to, have a spot on the show. Either way, it got back to Katt. Katt was probably like, no, I only want my friends to be up there, people who I know. And he's like, but we'll pay him anyway. So even though he did not get a chance to perform that night in his own city, and he was basically turned away at the door, he was still handed a check for the night. Now, there was conflicting sides to the story. People were like, well, you know, he got paid. Why is he so mad? And then people were like, it's not about the money. It's about the respect. And, you know, people were kind of feeling like, you know, well, maybe he felt like it was a slap in the face. Like, oh, no, take this money and get up out of here. Like he wasn't shit. Like he was just a low tier comedian that was just out here trying to, you know, get a shot with Katt Williams. When this happened, I remember me saying specifically that I feel like in this situation specifically that him being the type of comedian that he is and who we see him to be today, he clearly takes his comedy seriously. He clearly takes his craft seriously. He takes everything that he does, you know, seriously when it comes to the art in the form of comedy that he does, putting out his own specials, using his YouTube to you know, blast up his career and show people what he can do without waiting on a Netflix or waiting on the HBO or waiting on, you know, one of these other larger than life comedians to come and grab him and take him on tour. He kind of took matters into his own hands, and he's been just pumping out, you know, special after special after special on his own channel, and they have been doing great, millions of views on each one. So salute to him for that. The thing about it is, I said, you know, way back when this first kicked off, or when we first kind of heard about it, that he seemed to be the person that, you know, of course he cares about money, but he would have liked to go out there on a large stage and perform for the crowd, especially in his home city, and, you know, try to do something that was a mark on his career. You know what I'm saying? And I think he felt like he was deprived of that due to whatever the case may be. Now, I'm going to play this video that we have here of the, you know, kind of the back and forth, or not even the back and forth. It's the newest interview that he had with 7 p.m. in Brooklyn with Carmelo Anthony and the kid Mero. I'm going to play that for you guys. Hopefully you guys can hear it. Hold on. Let me see. Where's this thing at? Oh, here it is. There we go. There we go. All right. Let's listen to this real quick, and I'll be right back.
I know you and Cass had problems in the past, man. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. And of course, you know, we all like to get to a
chime in.
Better way, better day.
There's no way to resolve anything. Any problem I've ever had with anybody. This is my golden rule. If it's a public beef, you have to see the resolution. So I don't want nobody ever think that it's just one way.
Yeah.
So for somebody that I had admiration for to come out and say something that's an untruth, and then you privately try to apologize. And I said, cool, I will come to the meeting. But just to not just be just crazy with it, I said this to the person who called me about the meeting. I said, yo, if they coming for peace, cool. But if they not, you know me and I am who I am. Bro, I'm cool until I'm not. And if anybody knows anything about me, it ain't a group of people, it ain't a man, it ain't nobody that I've ever feared in my life. Even if you got if you think that you got the upper hand.
Mm-hmm.
Bruh, ain't nobody got no upper hand. And with me, it's it's a decision with me. Mask on or mask off. If I come with my mask off, I promise you, you will not survive this if you want some bull. Because my thing is, I'm going home, regardless. Been proven too much, and this goes back to what deals. I'm a real street dude around dudes that's playing, and I'm not playing, and I'm never gonna play.
Okay, so just to stop it there real quick, I just want to say, in my personal opinion, when I first heard this story, there was nothing about it that screamed, "Ah, niggas need to get on some street shit." So, with all due respect to Ali Siddiq, street shit isn't a part of this atmosphere. This is comedy shit. It's in the realm of the business and how the industry is and how other people's egos or people's ideas work or how they think, how they move. Katt Williams has been historically the type of person to only bring his friends on the road with him. We've seen this over the years. So if you were somebody, I would feel some type of way if Katt himself came to me and was like, "Oh man, no, like get the fuck out of here." Like, I don't, you know. But he handed him a check because he understood the inconvenience. That's another thing. When Katt was probably like, who is this guy that y'all got trying to come up here, whatever. And then once he realized it was somebody he wasn't trying to mess with, or somebody he didn't want up because he only wanted his people, and he heard that somebody told him that he would have had a spot to actually perform, he probably felt it in his heart to say, you know what? Because of that misunderstanding, pay the man. But I still don't want him to come up and perform. In my opinion, yeah, I would be hurt. In all realness, I would be. It's an opportunity. It's something that people could, you know, see me do in my city. You know what I'm saying? Place when I'm raised at, people that know me, the people at the arena know me. There's people that work there that know me. This will be a good look for them. But I get it. You only want your people there. Cool. I appreciate the bread. I'm gonna go and continue to make it how I make it. But he didn't feel that way.
And if you lie on me, if you ever lie on me, it's dead ass serious, because Emmett Till happened because of a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
we in a condition in this country because of lies and propaganda. So don't do no white supremacy nonsense on me and try to make me look small. Because you know that happened 13 years ago. It didn't happen yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And I know what condition you was in prior to, and you playing a game, and I'm not to be played with. You ain't got enough people. And I'm by myself. And it is what it is. So if you want to do what you called for, then 100. But don't call me with no private apology when you said something in public trying to make me look like a clown.
Mm.
Cause you know I grab you and I close my hand around your throat. And I'm for peace. I'm everybody know me, man. I'm not finna put my hands on nobody. I don't want no problems with no black men and no man. This is why I don't play with these people in the industry, because man, when you from where I'm from, bro, and you've been through what I've been through. I go to prison 16 at 19. I'm there for 6 years. I'm a kid. You will never hear nobody say nothing foul about me while I was there, because they know what they come with. I was a dog in the street. Man, once I learned as a kid that mass majority of people can't fight, they not skilled at it. That's why they choose every other thing. Bruh, I stand with anybody. It don't, man. Who you?
I'm the peace guard on this.
I know, Camilo, but it's the
you get what I'm saying?
It's the fact that you will lie.
It's a real conversation, right? But it's like,
and I'm willing to have a conversation.
Yeah, but it ain't for me to have. You know what I'm saying?
It's for whenever that transpired. But like I say, I don't never even think about it till somebody bring it up, because the where I'm at is every year for the last 4 years we have dropped the special the same year.
Hmm. Why wouldn't you add to the stage?
On the
You want a
way, on
public
the
apology.
messaging. The
There we
messaging.
go.
You want a public apology, right?
If
I don't know what's happening. I'm just saying.
if you called somebody,
Yo, this is
if
high
I
key,
call Mello,
high key, high key. Why I despise using this platform, because I could do so many other things with my OBS Streamlabs, man. I mean, StreamYard is good and easy and all that great stuff, but I hate using it, man, and it is frustrating the hell out of me. But I'm gonna continue to muscle this shit out. I'm gonna muscle it out, man. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me.
say, yo, man says I'm foul about Rudy, man.
I'm risking a whole copyright strike just so I can have the audio of this. Like, usually I'd have a picture over this, so you won't have to use the whole, the video and whatnot, and just use the audio and react to that. But on StreamYard, it's not the same. So just bear with me, all right? We might get strike. Hopefully, hey, Mello Mero, hey, bros, free use, dog.
I want to sit down with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yo,
Fair
you
use.
said on
I said free
ESPN.
Right.
You going on ESPN? You going on ESPN in 2 weeks?
Just as loud.
Yeah.
If you going on ESPN,
And I do want to speak on that,
why
though.
you
I do
gonna
want to speak on that. Glittery Bubbles said that prison PTSD is showing, and that's the other thing you kind of forget, is that this man was institutionalized, and not just for a year or two. He was locked up for about what was it, like 15, 20 years, something like that. He did wallow numbers, you know what I'm saying? So he was in there for a while. So his way of thinking is a lot more different than a Katt Williams, who is at, superstar status, already being used to the glamour of being a top comedian and being able to travel and, perform at arenas all across the world, and, doing things that a lot of comedians aspire to do. He's not in that mindset. He's in the mindset of, I'm going to do what I want to do, and I'm going to, choose to do it who I want to do it with. Ali's mindset is a lot more different than that. Now, I do want to get to what Katt had to say, because what Katt had to say was a lot. But we're gonna finish this Ali.
Why you want to say it at my house? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to say, but you don't want nobody. You want to say face in front of everybody else. But and like with me, I never talk about money ever, because it's not. Once again, it's not top of my. I'm so busy. I just shot 3 specials in Dallas. I'm getting ready to shoot 2 more specials in April. I'm trying, and I just my man showing love how I do it. My feature that's with me, he's not my feature, he's my partner. Marcus D. Wilde. I just produced his special. That's getting ready to come out in February. I am really focused on what I'm doing. I'm trying to release 10 specials in the next 3 years. You know what I'm saying? And drift off into retirement in 2027. Mm-hmm. I'm building a crib. I got like 4 or 5 properties. I'm all over the place with what I'm doing, and still making sure that people in my community eat. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been
that's what it's all about, man.
When somebody say crazy stuff, you just look at my track record. I've been a proud sponsor of the Houston Food Bank for 19 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to Black Ship Food Pantry. We raising money to make sure they food pantry has food in there for 30 families at an elementary school. I'm not thinking about nobody even apologizing to me, because I don't care. But when somebody bring it up, it's like one of them things. If you got a sore spot in the league, it's somebody in the league that you really that treated you dirty in the league, and you be having a good day, and somebody say, "Yo, what's up with such and such?" You like,
ironically, I feel like
honestly, and you could say I'm wrong, but I feel like Ali was doing a lot of nothing burger on this conversation. It was a lot of just talking instead of getting to the point at hand. It just felt like a lot of gibberish. Now, I'm not gonna say gibberish, because he was making a point, but I don't think he was making a point to the actual situation. I think he was making an overall broader point in the grand scheme of things overall. I don't think it didn't sound like he was completely addressing one specific topic, being the, you know, issues he has with Katt Williams. The thing is, Katt is one of those people that is like, he's kind of surgical with his responses, you know? He's very surgical with his responses, and he takes his time when he's saying something. And that's what ends up being the killer. Because when he takes his time and he surgically digs at you, it kind of springs the response that he got, after, which was Ali challenging him $250,000 to take a lie detector test to see who was lying about the situation. So that's kind of crazy. But either way, I want to play this Katt shit first. We're gonna play the Katt shit first. I want y'all to see how Katt responded. I'm sure everybody saw this already, but we're gonna make sure that we reiterate.
A few months ago, Ali Siddiq came on the show, and he had some things to say about you not making public or private amends, and says something along the lines of, and I'm paraphrasing here because it's been a minute, but he says something along the lines of like, the apology's got to be just as loud as the disrespect.
Sorry, I want to read some of y'all comments as well. I don't want to leave y'all behind. What up, Justin Furlow? What's going on, man? Clock is in the building. I see you. Clock said, Ali wrong, man. Katt comes with his own people to an arena with his own people, and he uses his own money to get the arena. Okay. Ice Jones, what's going on? He said, all that splaining for nothing. Dude is in his feelings. This is not a street thing. Just him being sensitive, saying you put your hand on somebody who basically said, I don't know him. Yeah, and the way that you're about to hear Katt explain that, it is like probably the most common sense thing in the world. And I agree with it. You know what I'm saying? If me and you don't even have each other's number, we don't follow each other or nothing. You know what I'm saying? We don't have no mutual friends that we can, when we hang out, you come up and now me and you are being cool because we see each other every once in a while. It's like, if we were just in the same room at some point, even if we took a picture all together in a group or something like that, that doesn't mean that I know you or that I have enough rapport with you to be like, yeah, come on, get on stage with me. Like, people are different. There's people that will grab you when you first show up because they like your energy and say, you know what, just go on up there, buddy, and have a good time. Let's see what you can do for the crowd. And there's people that's like, I'm not gonna take the risk. And on top of that, I'm more of I want my friends to go up and do stuff. Like, that's just kind of how it is for Katt. And that's what he's been doing his entire career. Like I said, George the Truth said, what was the disrespect if you got paid for your time? I don't know. That's the thing too. That's kind of tricky for me because not all money is good money, and the way you get money is not always the most respectful. Like, if somebody was to give you money and they threw it in your face, you would feel disrespected. Somebody took $10,000 in the hundreds and threw it at your face. You're going to take the 10,000. But you probably going to throw some hands after you collect them or before you collect them, whichever one you choose. So this is what I'm saying. Like, there's certain things, like, I think that's how he felt in the moment. Not that everybody feels the same way, but some people feel that. He was probably on his way there like, yeah, this is about to be crazy. I'm about to open up for Katt Williams in this arena in Houston, my hometown. I'm probably gonna have some family and friends and other people that's gonna see me. It's probably gonna be an opportunity for me and Katt to, build some type of rapport, and I get to be around some other comedians that I can, can befriend or try to build connections with. He was probably thinking of all this stuff. He was like, man, I got the perfect material for the crowd. If I do a quick 15 minutes, like he was probably, like I said before, it probably wasn't the money to him. Seeing how he handles his career and you see how he moves and the specials that he's dropped and the way that he's been presenting his specials to the world, you should know by now that he actually cares about the craft of comedy. He cares about the art of comedy. He wants to, do something where it makes an impact instead of just doing it for the dollar. So he probably felt like he wanted to be on that stage more than he wanted the check at that time. Jay Griggs says that ain't prison. That's little man syndrome. Prison teaches you to be respectful. All that tough talk ain't necessary. I don't believe him. I mean, you can't say that for everybody. I mean, prison doesn't teach everybody to be respectful. I mean, some niggas go to prison and, you know, start taking booty, and then when they get out of prison, they take more booty. So I don't necessarily think that, but I get what you're saying though. I get what you're saying, because there are people out there that go to prison and come out, you know, differently, and I do understand that is part of it. CDTB said Ali reaching, and it probably won't end well for him. Folks ain't learned to leave Katt alone. Well, I guess we're about to see here in this clip with Katt explaining,
you know what I mean, whichever way it was. I don't know.
I agree with that philosophy wholehearted, but let's be very clear. I just said I didn't remember the guy. So I said I don't know the guy, right? Mm-hmm. And then other comedians showed me pictures where I'm around the guy. He's in the same room as me.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't 25K, it was 250,000. Ali Siddiq said he is putting up 250,000 for a lie detector test for both of them to take. He also said that they both can come there with 15 questions, 15 of their own questions. He will put it down on the table, get asked those 15 questions, and whoever comes out as the least liar, or whoever doesn't lie, or whatever the case may be, they get the 250,000. And he's trying to put that up because I guess he's very convicted in his story. And that's just what it is.
Maybe I'm too old. I feel like if I don't have your number and you don't have my number, we never exchange numbers, then nigga, I don't know you. I feel like if we've never communicated, or like, okay, so, but if I said that I didn't know you and clearly I've been around you, that was the only apology I could have made to the guy. Mm-hmm. And so I didn't have any amends that I was trying to make. So when it was suggested that he meet up with me, he was confused at why I was not going to be having no apologetic energy. Like, no, nigga, I'm not apologizing. On site is on site. Like I'm the person being crossed in this situation, not vice versa. I'm not sure what he said, but whatever he said, it didn't involve me doing something to him or doing something against him or stepping outside of code. I'm not sure what he said the issue actually was, but I'm saying at the end of the day, you can't afford to be a comedian and be black and be short and be righteous and have me as a op, my nigga. It's counterproductive to your very existence. Not just because I'm him, but because you're not.
Jesus. And as you can see, what I was saying earlier about how Katt surgically kind of goes in on people in certain ways, you know what I'm saying? It probably stung him to hear that. Now, a lot of people have their own egos, and I understand that, you know what I'm saying? And rightfully so. Some people should feel good about themselves, especially if you are succeeding in an independent way, which is exactly what Ali Siddiq is doing right now. He did not wait for Netflix, HBO, or any other big comedian or any other big platform to come and grab him and say, hey, let's throw you a couple $1 million so that you can produce a special, and we can, and we believe in you so much that we want to. He went and did it himself. He was funding himself and putting the money in himself to the point where it started to come back tenfold, which is a lot of things that people should really take heed to. I think that's something that a lot of people should learn from, especially regardless of what field you're in, whatever genre, whatever, you know, industry you're in. I think that's the best route to go, is when you do everything yourself and put in that hard work to push yourself and push your brand and push whatever talent it is that you have, and being creative with it and continue to grow with it and continue to learn, be a sponge, go and take the ideas that you see from other people that have, you know, been successful, and, you know, build around that and make it your own. You know what I'm saying? Don't just copy people. But if you see, like, for instance, if Ali saw, let's say, another, comedian out there who was trying to shop around a comedy special, and he wasn't getting no offers or nothing like that. He said, you know what? I'm gonna just shoot it myself and put it up on my channel because I have enough traction on my channel. I have enough subscribers on my channel for me to put this up here, and people will pay attention to it, and people will be able to get it. And, they wouldn't have to go through a subscription. They can just watch this for free. And you give it to them for free because you know that the product will sell itself. Because once the people see that, and once they say, oh my God, this guy Ali Siddiq is great. Now you moving up in views, and you got a couple million views on that special, and now you got bookings going out. Now the people that's calling you, now they got an asking price. Okay, how much do you charge for this? How can we get you to this city? Now you on however many city tour, getting paid around the country because the product delivered to its highest ability. And I got to give him credit for that.
And so how I'm saying,
I mean, at least
I have nothing disrespectful to say about him because I don't know him like that. Like, as a comedian, I think he does a great job. He's a storyteller. Generally, you got to be 80 years old to be a storyteller. Like, nobody does that even brand of comedy. Like, I don't see that's why it can't. Most of these can never be legitimate beefs because I'm not an insecure person. Like, I'm a quick to say I'm sorry type nigga. Like, I would never let a nigga fuck around and damage both of our energies. Are you kidding? Like, but by the same token, if you don't really like me because you can't be me, then my job is to make it better and better looking for you, boy. Because you probably at the club and I'm probably at the arena at your hometown. I'm probably selling 21,000 tickets where you live. You probably at the club still. You probably is barking outside of your lane. Nobody in the WNBA get to talk sideways to Melo. So why I'm gonna let these little rails and niggas in a whole different, these CBA niggas, why I'm gonna let them talk about what I got going on over here in the real league?
Damn, man.
It's weird.
And Katt be cooking, man. I'm sorry. Katt be cooking, and that's exactly, you can't really, you got to be somebody that really believes in your ability to clap back if you're going to be somebody that goes at Katt. I don't think the response that Ali Siddiq had was strong enough. I don't think his ability to get at Katt is top tier the way that he thinks it is, with all due respect. I'm gonna see if I can find this. I tried to find this video of Ali's response, but Ali has me blocked on Instagram. I don't know why. I don't know what I said. Maybe it was something I said previously on the show. I don't know. But he has me blocked on Instagram. I can't tell you for the life of me why. I really can't. We went live on Instagram one time. I'm not even gonna lie to you. We went live on Instagram and had a pretty dope conversation. So I don't know if it was something I said in a previous show or if it was a clip that I made that rubbed Ali the wrong way. I don't know, but nigga, I was baffled. I said, "What the nigga? What you say? What you say? Fuck me for?" It's like that fucking like that 50 Cent shit. What you say? Fuck me for? I was just chilling. Yeah, I don't think they have it on Twitter. I don't think anybody cared enough to put it on Twitter. Damn. 250,000. Well, either way, you know that he offered 250,000 for some shit. Lie detector test, whatever the fuck he was trying to do. I doubt Katt is gonna go for the bait. I doubt he's gonna be like, oh yeah, let's put up 250,000 for something I truly don't care about. I don't think Katt cares that much. And the way that Ali was yelling in that video, he cares a lot. But we're gonna see if it ever even comes to that point. I doubt these guys will even be in the same room together ever again, or how this would ever happen. But hopefully it works out for itself. Now, one person that did talk about this situation was Corey. I want to play that for you guys because Corey has had things to say about Katt in the past. He's also, I believe, at some point has thrown subs or jabs at Ali Siddiq before, but that that's up for debate. We'd have to go back to those videos or that live and try to decipher that, which we don't have too much time for. I personally thought he was taking digs at Ali Siddiq at one point in time. I could be wrong. It just kind of sounded like it. And then, with Katt Williams, after the interview happened with Club Shay Shay, of course, Corey had to find some things to say, but for overall, he's always given his props and respect to them. He also wanted to let it be known that he didn't want to be the person to try to choose sides, but inevitably, he did the opposite of just that. Oh, I'm not trying to take sides. I'm not trying to make people think I'm taking up for Katt and I'm trying to go at Ali. And then he ended up calling Ali a clout chaser. So let's just see, man. Let's just get to that. I want to get to that so y'all can see it, man, because it was interesting how he put these words together. There's a couple things I want to bring up too, because he made a point.
What's been happening with that?
He made a point to say, how could you ever fix your lips to say something about somebody or disrespect somebody that put you on? Well, I seem to recall somebody by the name of Godfrey putting you on your first comedy stage and believing in you and getting you to a point where you felt like you had the chops and had enough sense to leave Chicago and move to LA and start your comedy career and be a comedy giant amongst your peers. But yet you have went on several rants about Godfrey. Now, people hate when I bring up the hypocrisy, or people hate when I bring up all these things that because they think I'm trying to trash them, or they think I'm trying. No, I'm huge. This is the thing. If this guy didn't look at himself as a god in certain instances, I wouldn't have to sit here and remind him that he's human like the rest of us, who all contradict ourselves, who we all are hypocrites, who we all put our foot in our mouth at some point. We all have said things and been biased at some point, or, have went against some of our morals or things that we supposedly stood on. But when you have somebody who tries to act like that's all they do, come on, man. Sometimes you got to pull it to the surface.
I'm all right. I accept
I guess they've been having like a long standing, just back and forth. I guess Ali Siddiq tried to hold Katt accountable for something to do with saying Katt acting like he don't know him. And Katt's like, nigga, I don't know you, nigga.
Yeah, I remember that.
But look, I'm not taking up for nobody.
Yeah.
But what is Katt supposed to do?
Nothing.
He explained.
I'm not trying to take up for Katt over Ali Siddiq. Do not act like that, because Ali Siddiq has built his career up.
Yeah, he does.
Katt has built his career up. Katt has really put a stamp in the comedy game.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So they can argue like that where it ain't the end of the world. And I don't want one to think I am dogging them out to the other, because comics are sensitive. Right. But I would say to the brother Ali Siddiq, I know where you come from in this comedy game. Be proud.
Damn,
be proud. You can't keep yelling Katt name out. Katt is in the stratosphere now, dog. Katt is selling out big ass arenas.
Yeah, he out of here, bro.
I mean, like, we can argue with each other and make it. I just think it shouldn't be that real hate. But hold on, I'm saying as comedians, man, Katt don't smile with everybody. Can we say that's true?
For sure, yeah.
But if he had you on tour and it didn't go well, okay, fuck it, it ain't go well.
But he's saying the Katt ain't even saying that. He's saying that basically, correct me if I'm wrong, that he had a date in Houston and boys.
I know everything that happened.
Right, because they said it on he's explained it.
What did he say? Fuck it, I want to see what he say happened. What did he say happened?
He said, "Oh boy, just kind of like bullied his way on the show type."
Bullied his way on the show. Okay, all right. Mindship said Katt has never in his career ever said someone was funny or talented. He uses the word good comics and loyal comics, but never talented. Interesting perspective. I don't think I've ever noticed that. Glittery said Speedy's whole slew of shows, Speedy's Comedy Corner, Reach, and Around Radio, etc. You talking about? Okay, you talking about what my guy said. Defiant said up top. Tasha Jones said Corey looking for a slot on Katt tour. She said it's a reason people say you shouldn't meet your favorite celebrity. Oh, okay.
Thing and was disrespectful to his openers and the people before he got there.
This is what Katt said?
Yeah.
Okay.
And basically Katt was like, I don't want him on the show, but still paid him. Like, hey man, here go your bread.
I know who gave him the check.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I know who brought Ali the check.
Yeah.
And told him, hey man, you know, he ain't fucking with it no more.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that such an ego crusher? Any motherfucker that gave me a shot, how the fuck I'ma shit on him?
Right then and there. You heard that little part where Craig kind of paused and was like, right.
How the fuck I'ma shit on him?
Right.
Yeah, I think Craig was abnormally high last night, which was part of his delays and his slurred speech and just kind of, or he probably was up all night with baby. I don't know, but that's just funny to me because you got to understand there's people that he's never went against, and which is true. You know, like the Kevin Harts of the world. You know, Nick Cannon. Tyler Perry. You know, he'll never go against people that has given him a shot, even if there's some things in the atmosphere that kind of look questionable. But like I said earlier, the Godfrey thing, to me, if the first person that ever put you on stage is the person that also has always had respect and love for you and always talked you up and always bigged you up your entire career, his entire career. To me, if you live by that standard, if you live by those morals, it ain't nothing a phone call or even a meetup wouldn't have fixed. But instead, you used your platform to try to tear that man down and unionize your 5150 nation to try to go against him and breed this new narrative that he's gay and he only has, gay guys on the road with him because he secretly is in the back door. Shit like that to me don't sound like somebody who stands on the moral compass of, if somebody gave me a shot, why am I shitting on him? I think that's convenient because you're talking about Katt Williams, who you look at as a bigger comedian than you. And because, don't forget, you guys, please don't forget, there was some words being thrown around here a few months ago. And I believe Corey was the one that tried to, reveal this to 5150 Nation, that there was a comedy tour in the works with Katt Williams and Monique and, so-and-so and so-and-so. Now, I don't know how true that is. I don't even know if it's still in the works or if that's something that Katt Williams is really actually trying to do. But if that is something that's in the works, I can see why Corey feels this way and why his opinion is leaning towards the way that it is. But also know that a lot of people share the same sentiment. It's not just because he's trying to get a spot on a Katt Williams tour that he's trying to be in Katt's good graces. It's also because the situation wasn't that a big of a deal for it to be going on for years and years and be brought up in several interviews. I'm talking about almost every interview that Ali Siddiq does, they bring up the Katt Williams incident, which wasn't a big deal at all.
Don't do the comedy clubs. Katt don't do the theaters. Katt do the arena. And I know Katt when we used to be at the motherfucking Hop, nigga. You know what the Hop is, D?
Mm-hmm.
The club.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nigga, when niggas rise up, man, you ain't got time to be worried about what the next man doing or did. If you was on the shit and you got your check, you was treated fairly. Katt, if he's soaring high like that, what is he gonna speak to the ant that's down there for? I know why he's not acknowledging it, because it's not. How does that help Katt? My life is beautiful. What time do I have to go after somebody who gave me an opportunity before? That says a lot about who you are, man. Fuck that. I'm just being honest. It says a lot about who you are. Somebody who gave you an opportunity, made sure you got your money, and they name in your mouth in a negative way. How? Now that's gonna get me in trouble with Ali. And I don't want no smoke with Ali. But I'm just saying, brother, we all comics. Maybe I'll be bold enough to say it to you. Leave that shit alone, man. I think you clout chasing.
Ooh.
The man had you go up in your city, and because he didn't put asses in the, he don't do the little bitty joints. He do the big joints. Damn. And he let you go up in your city and you talking shit. Leave it alone, black man.
To say those words, that it says a lot about you as a person, to let anything disrespectful come out of your mouth about somebody that gave you an opportunity. First and foremost, let me just say, he got the story a little wrong, because Ali did not perform that night. Let's just get that very clear. He didn't perform that night. He didn't let Ali go up on stage. He stopped Ali from even, I think he even stopped him from getting in the building. I think that's what was even more heart-wrenching for Ali that night, was that he couldn't even get in the building where he usually had access to. I think that's a hit to the ego. Imagine you being somebody around the city, you getting your name out there, you're a comedian, and you have certain access to certain places because you know people. It's about who you know, not what you know. And you go to that back door and you see, the same old security guard you see every time you come up, and he just shakes your hand. Hey, what's going on? Hey, what up, Ali? How you doing, man? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm right here trying to do my thing. You know what I'm saying? I got, Katt Williams out there. Katt Williams out there. I'm trying to do my Ali Siddiq. I don't know how to do Ali. You got to have like some twang to you. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be a little something like, how do I do Ali? You see, because some people out there, they don't understand. They don't understand that I do exactly what I need to do on stage. Katt Williams, he gonna give me a check, tell me, get your ass up out of here. I said, I'm from Houston, baby. I'm from Houston. You ain't gonna get me up out of here. You don't know how to, you gotta do something like that. But his ego was hurt that day, because even the security guard who you walk up to all the time, shake his hand, what's up, my nigga, and walk straight through, was like, Ali, my guy. Shit. I hate to do this to you, bro. But I have to stop you. But come on, man. How you gonna stop me at the door? I always come through here. What you trying to stop me for? Ali, my guy. Katt, Katt's, he instructed me to stop you right here. We can't let you in. You gotta, he's not necessarily comfortable with you being here tonight. He said you was disrespecting his people and you doing all this stuff. I would let you in at any other time, but it's Katt's night tonight, man. It's Katt night. I'm from Houston. He ain't from Houston. I'm from Houston. I try. I can't get the raspiness of my voice to get there, but if I did, but I just think, it's just one of those things. It's once again a hypocritical moment. It's a hypocritical moment, and niggas hate when you bring up the hypocritical shit because they think you trying to beat them. That's another thing he said last night. talking about people that put up. He specifically mentioned the Tyler Perry video where I said he was begging for a job. You were begging for a spot. Instead of speaking on the allegations like you would anybody else who you probably don't care for, you probably would have been calling them backdoor you and said that you was in there tickling sphincters and all types of shit. You didn't say that about Tyler because you still feel like there's an opportunity there for you. And it's okay. That's okay. It's okay to ask for a job knowing you need it. See, on one end, he'll brag about doing things. Oh, I'll go out here and buy this bitch a car. Or I'll go out here and buy whatever I want and do all this stuff. And then on the other end, Hollywood, please. I will look even if the person interviewing me or trying to cast me in the movie wants me to audition in front of a nigga spreading his butt cheeks out, I'll do it. I won't engage with him. He could just be there in the room with his butt cheeks out. Just please give me a chance, Hollywood. The same Hollywood that said I got to do some backdoor shit to even make it. I'll still show up. I'll try my best to not look straight into the brown eye. All right. And I'll focus on my script. Like, come on, bro. And then on top of that, what's even more crazy about him saying all this stuff, because he continues to try to push the narratives that we're always negative or that we're always trying to talk shit about him. Niggas be wanting to see him win. Niggas be wanting to see him in TV shows and movies and getting opportunities, making specials just to see his career not go in vain, because the end of his legacy is just going to be him talking shit on his platform. A popular platform at that, which is, I don't even understand how he doesn't even grasp the concept of him being a popular figure. So people are going to talk about a popular figure, but he equates it to people wanting to be envious and wanting to be where he's at. And I honestly feel like that is a projection of his. It's not his actual thinking that people want to be him, because you're not the standard of what other comedians in the industry strive to be. See, they're looking at the people that you mention all the time. They're looking at the Kevin Harts. They're looking at the Katt Williams. They're looking at these other big comedians on big platforms who actually are doing well for themselves and getting opportunities and creating generational wealth for them and their families. They're not looking at Corey and saying, I want to be in that exact spot, and that is my measure of success. If you think that's what people feel when they talk about you, you are living in a big delusional world. I can guarantee you most comedians, aspiring comedians, or comedians just now getting their foot in the door, do not have Corey Holcomb at the top of their I want to be in that position list. Great comedian. Incredible fan base, incredible show. Even if it's gone downhill over the years because of all the drama, it has still been a show that everybody has continued to tune in and watch every week, because at some point it will be entertaining, or at some point he will say some loud shit. But I promise you, people are not trying to aspire to be Corey Holcomb. They just celebrate you for being the comedian that you are and the work that you have put in, and you being a legend in the space. Hey, but I'm hating. Now, let's get a little bit to this real quick, because when you talk about, how you talk about people that talk about you is crazy, because you have continued to go on to talk about this woman, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, who hasn't even been paying you no attention, hasn't been responding. You haven't been saying nothing, but at every turn, because of the fact that, and it just takes one person to do the things that I just said Katt Williams did. They will surgically pick at you and then make you think about certain things to where you have to continue to bring them up or bring up things that they said about you, even when they're not even focused on you. What was the comedian's name? Alex Thomas said he was an angry, bitter comedian, or angry, bitter comic. Alex didn't say nothing since that interview. You know how many times he has referenced that specifically in quotes? Because you have to feel that inside to take those words. And that goes for anybody. See, when people hear me say stuff like that, they think I'm being holier than thou or I'm just trying to stab at Corey. No, I'm talking about real human shit that we all have done. You have gotten into it with somebody and they said some shit that stung you and you didn't want to seem bothered by it. So you tried to play it off and laugh it off like it wasn't shit. But you knew there was some truth in some shit that they said about you. I'm just saying. And it goes with this situation here. When Dr. Cheyenne Bryant decided to finally, and that's another thing, it's a trend of things where he'll go out the way to say something about somebody. And then when they finally respond to something he said, then he feels like he's being attacked. So therefore, he feels like it's open game from that point on to continue to talk about that person or try to degrade that person or to try to minimize their shit. And one thing I hate the most is when somebody tries to go after somebody else's platform in that way, especially somebody who tries to talk about how people try to get him in a certain light or try to get his channel taken down or try to paint this narrative about him to try to see him lose out here when that's all he does to everybody else that he talks about. Sitting up there every week talking about how this woman's not a doctor, how she's not valid, how she's not this, creating a narrative about her to try to see her lose because she responded to something you said. To me, it's feminine energy.
It's all part of the game. Like, look, we was talking about the broad who got caught up on Paul Pierce's show. Darlene, you might not know, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. She everybody can see the lie now. But I don't understand, how was she able to lie to you in the beginning? And you expect me to have respect for you. This is what I'm trying to say. There's a different type of man, a different type of woman out here you can't pull it on. But it's an abundance of people who give people credit for what they say, even though they ain't got no proof they are what they say. And I actually don't like those people because they help people like that fake doctor become popular because you are lame. You're not qualified to have a conversation with a slick ass bitch from the streets. You're gonna get ran over every time. I mean, this ain't people you hate all the time who have conversations with a slick bitch from the streets. Like, I love Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon helped me in my career. But when I saw Nick Cannon talking to the doctor bitch, I'm like, Nick Cannon trying to be a gentleman. When I saw Cam Newton talking to the doctor bitch, I say, trying to be a gentleman.
Sucker for hoes.
You see what I'm saying?
Or their PR is paying a lot of money. Maybe she got good PR. Maybe they're...
Or maybe they was trying to have an actual conversation with her. I don't know. Trying to have good dialogue so that they actually come to some type of understanding. Because when you go into a conversation already feeling like you are dead set on what you want to say or how you feel, and there's no room for trying to understand one another, it's always inevitably going to end up being some type of turmoil or some type of toxic interaction. Instead of having an actual conversation with people. See, there's a difference in just letting somebody say whatever or challenging them on their points. And that's what I was seeing from Paul Pierce. He was challenging her on certain things. Even Cam Newton challenged her on some things. Just because he wasn't trying to call her a liar or a fake doctor doesn't mean that they weren't trying to have a constructive conversation and try to find an understanding amongst one another. That's how I feel about the situation. I don't know about anybody else.
Maybe they're paying to
and
get her.
Every woman on a podcast sound like you, D.
What do you mean?
all the women
No, because what else does
want to
she have
say
out there?
something to justify who this lady is?
Justifying her. I didn't even know her from a can of paint. Do you know?
I believe you don't know her from a can of paint, but like you
'Cause
just
I don't
said,
follow none of those
maybe
buzzword
heard
people.
this.
I don't
Have you
follow-
heard the women on almost every podcast that's sitting around with guys? I'm not talking about you, D. I'm just saying.
I'm not
You
talking about
have
them.
grace for a bitch, and the
No,
bitch ain't shit.
I don't have grace for her, especially her. I'm saying that when people didn't we just question that because we were like, how is it? Craig had actually said, how is it that she's getting on all these shows, right?
Because cake ass niggas, and they look. Don't nobody want to claim being a cake ass nigga. What is a cake ass nigga? Can we get a definition of a cake ass nigga first?
But I'm saying, what is it that she's actually promoting? Other than I was just saying that
all her websites go to beg pages. She wants a donation.
You got to coin
Hey, you don't
that.
think she's paying to like be on any of those shows?
Say that again, Craig.
You got to coin bag pages.
No, Darlene, she don't have to pay to go on them shows. The lames want her to be on their show for one reason or another.
They trying to fuck. Period.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you that her messaging is okay, as far as like her whole game is trauma bonding. That's all manipulative females can use to gain power, is basically pivoting off people's abuse by men over their lives, over their lifetime. Everybody has been abused by some type of man, whether it's physically, emotionally, in some way. So she's just using trauma to bond, she's just trauma bonding with people.
She talked to niggas who ain't fortified.
Right.
And good buzzword talk. See, a lot of those kind of people that claim themselves life coaches, doctors, therapists.
I think it's interesting because on one end, Corey will try to say, why do you talk to people beneath you, or why do you give energy to people that are below you, or whatever the case may be? But then he can turn around and call certain people lames for having her on their show, and people that ain't about nothing, or whatever the case may be. But you're talking about people like Cam Newton and Paul Pierce, two professional ball players who are a lot more well off in life than Corey Holcomb is, and created these platforms to create the platforms, not because they needed them, but because it was an extra stream of revenue on top of what they already had. I don't know. It's always a teeter-totter of what you stand on when you start talking about certain things because you don't like somebody. I'm sure if Dr. Cheyenne Bryant never said anything about Corey, he wouldn't feel so strongly about this topic. But, that's just
it's a lot of buzzwords and people fall for that lately. I'm like,
she talked to people, especially men, who are not fortified in this motherfucking game called the streets. And I ain't talking about killers and all like that. I'm just talking about motherfuckers who really had to come up out these streets. It's not easy to run it on them. So she's been able to shine in front of people that are on the simp side of the game. And I know they're going to be mad at me, but what are you doing talking to a bitch about nothing? I ask any man there, what is you doing talking to a bitch where I'm finna sit down with a bitch and have a conversation with her? What could possibly be found out from a bitch?
With a show of yes or no's, didn't Corey just have a woman on his show to speak about things in situations? Not only once, but twice. First you had her on virtually, then you brought her on in person to have conversations. But you only had her on because she echoed the same type of views you have? Because like I said, it's always situational. Because on one end, you will value a woman's perspective because she thinks the same as you. And then on the other hand, it's why are you sitting down with a bitch for? Why are you letting a bitch talk? Come on, man. Just last week you had somebody on your show to talk.
Now, there are women out here that have something to say.
Yeah, clear it up.
I put them on my show.
Exactly.
I love a woman with elegance and knows how to conduct herself in a way that's respectable. You would feel stupid disrespecting
There's
them.
been so many times where I watch Corey, his brain turn when he would say something because he wants to do the shock value thing, or he's just in the mode of wanting to say shit because he's trying to look a certain way to his fans and the people watching, the people commenting, and then he has to catch himself because he has to remember that he is engaged in the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's funny to watch. It's crazy to see in real time.
But here's a bitch who has disrespected every man I ever seen her in front of, including Paul Pierce in the beginning. She wasn't even on the show 5 minutes before she start being disrespectful to him and yicking it up.
But Paul, I love Paul.
With the other brawl. No, Paul Pierce, he tried to be a nice guy for a minute, but Paul Pierce is more street fortified than any of them niggas I seen her talking to on the internet. So he was like, hold on, wait. And he started talking to her like a motherfucker supposed to talk to a bitch, and she just hung herself because she didn't have an answer. She created an AI nigga and lied on him, and he ain't never did nothing to her. She created an AI individual, this so-called dude that she say exists. That dude don't exist. Y'all, for all the lames who don't know, that dude don't exist.
What is he talking about? Will somebody fill in the blanks here? What is he talking about? Because I don't follow Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. See, unlike a lot of other people, if I'm not interested in what you're doing, I'm not following what you're saying. See, Corey likes to talk about the people that watch him and hate him, but here he is watching every interview of Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. It's too easy, man. This shit is too easy. Making a nigga look stupid is easy when they deal off of emotion. And then they talk about how other niggas raised by a bitch and they only use their emotions. And then you ask him where was his father when he was growing up, or what his father was doing when he was growing up, who he was around the most. See, I don't get the buffoonery of it all. It's just easy, man. The game is easy when it comes to that type of shit. But just what does she do? What does she do? Somebody let me know what happened. What is he talking about? AI do. What AI do is he talking about? He says she spoke on a dude she is involved with, but Corey is saying she is lying about the dude. Cheyenne Bryant looks a lot like Corey's ex-wife Maya. I think Corey wants to sleep with her. That's why he's so damn. He said total hypocrite. Tasha Jones said he's talking about when she was answering Paul's questions about her relationship, and it sounded like she was making up shit as she went along. I actually agree with him. Oh, really? So should I watch that interview? Should we bring that up? I mean, I don't even think we should go through that. I don't think we want to go through that. What up, Talk Champ? She says she's been spinning the block with a young nigga for 5 years. Oh, okay. Greg says he's saying she's lying about her booty call boyfriend. Okay, so all right. Should we find that? Let's find it, motherfuckers. I hope they got it on the internet because I have not seen it. I don't even know what the clip looks like, so I can't like automatically put it up. But hold on, Cheyenne Bryant. Let's see. Dr. Cheyenne Bryant breaks down the benefits of getting married and having a baby at age 42. Okay. What am I finding? What am I looking for? Don't make me type in Paul Pierce, man. Now y'all got me looking for this damn clip. I wish I could just put clips right in the chat. Paul Pierce seeks the truth about Dr. Cheyenne. Oh, yes. Oh, okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, guys. Thanks to my lovely detective skills and me being able to go on Twitter. Let's get to it.
It was
no, we need to find out about what's going on with her. She dating, single. What do that entail for a 42-year-old?
I am dating
but single,
enjoying my
Let me know
life.
if this is
I
it.
have really good companions.
This is it.
How many are you dating right now?
Oh, it's got.
I'm not exclusively committed to anyone, but I have one guy that I.
Hold on. Shout out to Brim Dog for the 10 in the super chat. I appreciate you. Said GMS, what up, though? I can only agree with half of what Corey says all the time. I think that's how it always goes. He loves to put in truths with some lies, man. And that's just how it goes, man. He tells the truth and he lies all the time. It's a nice little balance. Appreciate you for the 10. If anybody wants to support the GMS show in a big way, you can send super chats as well as send cash apps, which you can see scrolling at the bottom. And if you want to get the cash app, it is right there scrolling under my face, man. You can be able to support the GMS show in a big way. And you know YouTube is about to be making some changes, and they're going to try to make sure that nobody out here who is below 100K subscribers or whatever the case may be is getting paid out here. So if you want to support the creators that you love who have smaller subscribers out here, the best way to do it is to hit the Cash App, because you will be supporting them directly and not giving this platform any of your coins. Shout out to you, man. All right, let's get to this, man. I want to hear this really bad. I actually want to hear this.
I have dated off and on for 5 years.
We got her.
We dated for 5 years off and on.
So you was his work for 5 years? You been his work? You still his work?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I know what's going on now. I'm about to, we're gonna take this sheep clothing off.
Right, the wolf teeth coming out. No, we
he
have
was somebody's work for 5 years.
We have been each other's companion for 5 years. And yeah, I have spent the block for 5 years, and it's the truth. And he doesn't like it. He's absolutely correct. He feels like I haven't provided.
Oh, your work.
We working together. Okay. We working together.
But you keeping him at bay. Or is he keeping you at bay?
He wants a relationship. He wants to be committed.
You just like the sex.
No. Oh.
Let's keep it 100. How you keep somebody for 5 years? That's like for real. You can't keep nobody at a distance for 5 years. I ain't never done no shit like that.
I am not vitamin D deficient. Everything is good in that department.
No. He
wants a relationship.
She done kept him on the side until she figured out if it's something better. I see where this is going.
He just has some emotional maturity that he had to do. We're 9 years apart. He's 9 years younger than me. And so we both had to work through things, but he's had to work on his emotions and his intense insecurities around being in a relationship.
And you've been waiting on it. Like what's the problem? Why y'all not together?
Just because of that,
So you're waiting on that?
No, I'm not waiting on it. And I don't have him waiting.
So the D is good.
Oh,
let's keep it. I mean, that's it's like, dude.
He put on his red pajamas and feel like he's supposed to get spicy tonight.
This is clear.
Oh my God!
I know her. She's from Long Beach. Don't try to come with the suit jacket, the boots. She's still and the glow.
You know what I mean?
You still from Long Beach. I'm from Inglewood. I can see that.
She talking to a nigga that be around KG all day, and not just that, but where he from in California. He know how these girls get down. He not crazy. That man knows exactly how the women out there get down, so he knows what's going on. He probably been in one of. Man, he's an athlete. He's most definitely been in this situation. There's no question Paul Pierce has been in a situation where he was messing with somebody for years, but just, you know, kept them where he needed to keep them. You know what I'm saying? Gave them just enough to let them know I fuck with you, but I don't all the way fuck with you. Just enough. So he knows. And he's like, yo, if I ever lost you, you know, that would kind of hurt. Cause you know, the coochie good, you know, it is good. I don't want to have to lose you, but if I do, you know, so be it.
From San Pedro, a small community in the city of Los Angeles.
I can see through all of that.
Yes, he has great qualities.
Mhm.
He does well in all that he does with me. He just
That ain't
emotionally
what I asked.
is.
I asked you about his job and all that.
He does well in all areas.
What's
Okay, she
going on?
answered that. He
No,
does
she
well in
did.
all areas.
Emotionally,
I don't know. That's a broad question. What all
Paul,
areas?
you're
what?
a man, so you answer this question.
Oh no.
I answered.
Emotionally, he goes back and forth from I love you, I want to be with you, I'm mad because you won't be with me, you won't commit to me. And then his insecurities get the best of him. And it's like, I want you, but I'm not sure if I deserve you. I'm not sure that I can facilitate you. I'm not sure that I can be with you. So when I say emotionally instability, it's like him wanting to be with me is concrete. That's not unstable. His emotions in the relationship are just unstable to where as a man, you gotta get vertical within yourself.
See, now this is the part, and I'm so glad, and I'm sorry, I'm finna go off real quick because I've dealt with this before in my lifetime. I've dealt with this in previous situations. A woman will do some shit to fuck with your mind, to try to tear you up mentally, all types of shit, and then try to make it seem like you're not emotionally stable because of your feelings or insecurities. Did you not just hear yourself when you said you've been going and spinning the block of somebody for 5 years? You talking about a man that checks boxes and does these things and he's overall this and that, but for some reason you're not committing to this guy. So of course he's confused. Why you keep coming around me if you really don't want to be with me for real, bitch? Leave me alone, because somebody else could appreciate what's going on over here. And I see why Corey questions her doctorate. I see why he questions her being a doctor, because when you say, when Paul asked her that question and she just tried to make it a broad statement and say, oh yeah, everything or whatever the case may be, nigga, you're a supposed doctor of therapeutic conversations. You should be able to articulate yourself in a way where you can explain what type of what the reason is, why you even mess with this guy, or the good qualities of this guy that you've been messing with for on and off for 5 years. You should be able to explain this. You should probably know him enough to where you can say this without even giving away who he is. You ain't even got to say his name. You ain't got to describe what he looked like. You just got to say what it is that makes you continue to go after this guy while you're sitting around, moving around the country, talking to people about relationships and trying to tell niggas about what they ain't doing right in their relationships or what type of broken homes that they developing, while we sit up here trying to tell you, hey, it's not just the niggas, it's y'all too. You are literally contributing to breaking somebody the fuck down. I promise you, if this goes more left than it already has, I'm pretty sure it's gone left a few times for you in this relationship. If it goes even more left, you're now destroying a good man who probably wants to give his all to somebody who he feels like deserves it. And you probably been sitting there trying to tell him shit. Like, trust me, I could tell how that shit is. She probably telling him behind the scenes that she loves him, that she cares about him so much, or that she's not dealing with other people, or that nobody ever made her feel like this before. Nobody's ever made her feel secure like this, or trying to talk him up and make him feel like he's the man, which is probably why he's so fucking confused, because he's wondering why the fuck you ain't actually trying to be with him for real when he is so good and he's so this, and you're telling him all type. Bitch, you're lying. And yes, it's probably because the dick is good. Some girls don't want to give that up. Some girls be in relationships thinking about the good dick that they had previous and probably thinking of ways to try to finagle to get back to that shit a little bit every once in a while on the low. Because, you know, women hide that shit very well. Very well. That acting is great. They'll go see their sneaky link and pull up on you and pretend like they in love like they never been before when they really just on the high from being nutted. See, niggas can't, they're not too good at hiding that shit. They'll go see they sneaky link, come back and be like, yeah, baby, I love you. Huh? Yeah. Bitch ask you what's wrong with you. You like, nothing. I'm tired. Nigga drained his nuts. He's tired. Niggas can't hide that shit that well. But women, they're very great at it. I'll tell you that much. Let's finish this
before
stuff.
You can be in a relationship.
You good with these words.
I am.
You good with these words.
Listen,
because
but let me say
all
this.
These people advice.
Let me say this, Paul.
He
he has every right to feel like what I've been doing as far as being in a relationship with him when I want to and is not something that gives him stability. However, I don't want to commit to a relationship with a man who I feel emotionally is not in a place of being able to be in a healthy relationship.
Oh my God. You gonna deal with a nigga for 5 years, but they're gonna talk about how he's not emotionally ready. Bitch, you're the reason why he's not emotionally ready. Take some accountability. That's one thing motherfuckers say. They oh my God, the hoops. Motherfuckers be jumping through accountability hoops. Nigga just dodging that shit. Just maneuvering, matrixing the fuck out them accountability bullets. You are contributing to his emotional instability. You know that, right? If this man is real, if you're really going through this situation right now, you are a person who is contributing to this man's emotional instability, and you're going to be the reason why another man is now being pushed out here into the world, not fucking or trusting women the right way, or the way that he probably would have wanted to. You're probably scarring this man for life, to where he doesn't trust women the same way, probably ain't gonna get in the same relationships the same way, probably gonna be treating women differently. Trust me, I know it happens. But they don't contribute themselves because they already feel like they are the top tier. They feel like they are doing things right. They feel like they don't need to change aspects of themselves. They feel like, oh, it's only him. They'll do something, cause an issue, and because you react the way that they don't want you to react, you're the problem now. You're the reason why it's going this way. No, I'm reacting to what you did. I'm reacting to how you're moving with me. Niggas hardly contribute that shit to themselves, especially when there's somebody who never feels like they do shit wrong. Let's finish this up. We got to get up out of here.
Why are you playing mental games with him?
I'm not playing mental games with him. It's not mental games. It's all transparency.
Why is it still sex involved?
How do you know we sexing? We could just be having a
Because you from Long Beach, I know.
Oh,
you can't play me.
We could not be doing the
wood. I know what's going on.
But let me say,
hey, shout out to Reggie for the 5 in the Cash App. I appreciate you for supporting the GMS show in a big way with the 5, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Let's keep it going.
It is transparent. He understands. I understand what he wants. He understands why I don't want to commit at this moment with him, which is the emotional piece that him and I talk about openly. I support him in it. I hold space for him in it. We've talked about it intensively, and he understands it.
How about you let him go? How about you let that man go? How selfish do you have to be to see that you're in front of a good man who wants to be in a committed relationship, but you're holding him back with your little micro love bombings and things like that? Keep coming around, keep giving them hope that there may be something there for you. And on top of that, now using your newfound popular image, and you going around now making a significant amount of money being Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, and probably using the excuse that you're being in the position. And that's another thing. She's probably waiting around until somebody of a certain caliber comes along and snatches her up so she can be, because he's the guy that she's probably talking to now. He's probably not making as much money as her. He's probably not, in the nicest place or a nicer place than her. Probably doesn't drive a nicer car than her. She probably doesn't want to be seen around too much with this guy because it would make her look less than. She's probably waiting for another guy of some type of caliber who makes a lot more money than her, who has a way nicer lifestyle, who she can be seen with out doing things, going on vacations with. She's probably waiting on that guy to come around. That's why she's keeping her options open. It's not because she's in something where she just feels like, oh, we're not just ready. We're not ready right now. We had those conversations. No, you want people to sit and be open with you all the time. You go on public platforms trying to deep dive into people's lives and their relationships with their baby moms and their children and broken homes and all this. No, put your shit out there. This is the one thing. Now, this is the reason why no matter what can be said about Corey Holcomb, he's one person that will put his own shit out there. He'll talk about a bunch of people. He'll talk crazy about a bunch of people. But one thing he does is he'll talk about his own situations and be detailed about it. Because how dare you go out here and say things about people or try to diagnose people, but then try to hold back and not say certain things about your own relationships that you're dealing with. You in your own little fucked up situation trying to talk about somebody else's relationships. That is where y'all should end y'all operations right there. And for the people that are so loyal to believing and trying to listen to things that people said, see, there's no perfect messenger, just perfect messages. So if she's giving a good message to people and she's trying to help relationships and help people, that's cool. But I don't respect trying to hide your situation or trying to be vague about your situation, but wanting people to open up to you on these public platforms and you sit there and have some type of opinion about somebody else's personal life and the things that they be going through, but you can't talk about your own. That shit to me.
And he's
come here.
That's
sit. All right, let him off the leash. Go ahead.
That's what I'm doing?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Oh,
come here.
Well, you know what? If that's what I'm doing, I'll say this and people gonna be mad and I'm okay. If I'm doing what Paul said,
come here.
I'd much rather be the one walking you at the dog park than the one on the leash. If that's true.
That's exactly.
So that means, to my point, at 42, I'm not opt out. We are not opt out. Okay, we have options and we are not on the leash. We can actually be the one holding the leash. It's all about your standards. It's all about you understanding who you are and you standing in and on your square and you doubling down on that.
Bullshit.
Period. There's men out there who will show up in any capacity we want. We don't have to settle.
And that's another thing I hate. Oh, we don't have to settle. Dog, stop being mad at men for having their options open then. If you don't have to settle, these niggas don't have to settle because they're going to run into a bitch like you. And they ain't got time to be wasted with somebody that think that they know what they doing when clearly you have no idea what the fuck you doing. We ain't got time for that either. Especially for the guys out there that know what they want out of life. You know, and one thing I do want to say is stop trying to adopt other people's visions in life and things that they want to accomplish out of life or their goals in life because you like them or you love them. Fuck them. Figure out what you want out of life. Go for that. And if somebody comes along that aligns with what it is that you want to do or what you believe you want to achieve out of life and is there to be in a relationship with you, not to be there to micromanage whatever it is you got going on, fuck with that person. I think that's the best option. Now, I was going to get into this Nicki Minaj stuff, but I really don't care to talk about Nicki Minaj. I really don't. I'll just say that she clearly is going through either a drug problem or a mental illness. Right now, she's just crashing out on social media on different people. She's always arguing or trying to fight or beef with other female rappers and try to say it's because she's the greatest or whatever it is that she's trying. I don't even know. Nicki Minaj is a horrible person, and her fan base are horrible people. Those barbs are horrible. I get it. If this doesn't go to people who are fans of Nicki Minaj's music, this goes out to those toxic, evil, demonic, psychotic barbs who be on the internet attacking people because they don't like Nicki Minaj. Like, imagine basing your life around another artist, being a fan or stan account on social media, riding so hard for a bitch that will spit on you if she ever saw you out in public. She doesn't care about you guys. She'll be, you know, she wants to galvanize. She wants to get you guys to come to her defense and to help her when she needs to say something. But she doesn't care about y'all. She will hype these barbs up to go out here and attack people, spread propaganda, spread misinformation, lies, all types of shit. Brag about her non-existent growing career, because she's not growing. Nicki Minaj is not a growing artist. She's not a growing superstar. Nicki Minaj is not the top female rapper, artist. She's not that anymore. And for somebody that felt like they were going to be there forever because there wasn't that big of a pool of female rappers who was doing it on her level at one point, she quickly forgot that there would be people that come up to kind of take on the reins at some point, and they were going to be younger, and they were going to be probably more talented, and they're probably going to continue to be more fit and more susceptible with working with more individuals and not have a queen complex to themselves. I don't know. That's just my guess of it all. But Nicki is somebody who's insane, in my opinion. I can't see it any other way. Good luck to her and whatever it is that she got going on. But I think Nicki Minaj is trash. That's all I got to say about that. I do want to end this with this Trump shenanigans that we got going on. I think it's just funny how we're dealing with all this now. You know, people tried to tell MAGA for a long time that their guy was a liar and that he was a hypocrite and that he was leading them down the path of destruction and that he was only saying the things that he needed to say to get their vote. I've been saying this on this platform forever. I literally have seen the shift. I'm talking about from 2019, 2020, all the way up to now. People that were saying F Trump at one point was coming around to being like, oh, well, I think he's a good candidate. He might be an entertaining guy. To all of a sudden now this new election come around with him and Biden. Now they're all like, no, he is the best choice. And I'm trying to get, you know, I'm voting for the guy that's going to get some money in my pockets. He fuck all the racist shit. He's this, he's that. He's going to make some shit happen. Look what's going on. The things that he was running his campaign off of, he is now switching completely and saying that this shit is different. Now all of a sudden the Epstein list is a hoax, like the Russia hoax, like the computer, the laptop. Oh, we're gonna call this the Jeffrey Epstein hoax. How did we get there? Please think about that shit. I feel like MAGA, if you still wearing a MAGA hat right now, you need to shit in your hand and eat it, because there's no length that you will go to look stupid as fuck being a die-hard cult fan supporter of a nigga that's lying to your face on a daily basis. I don't understand it. Listen to this guy. Listen to this guy. Let me pull this up for y'all, man.
Conductors and chips. Mr. President, I know you've urged people to move on, but I'm curious, why do you think your supporters in particular have been so interested in the Epstein story and so upset about how it's been handled? I don't understand it. Why they would be so interested. He's dead for a long time. He was never a big factor in terms of life. I don't understand what the interest or what the fascination is.
Like, how do you hear that as somebody that was so dead set on this Epstein list and this whole Epstein fiasco, whatever was going on, how do you hear this man say, I don't know why they're so fixated on it? You were running your whole campaign off this shit. Niggas was making documentaries. Your whole fan base was talking about save the children. My nigga, you had people standing on the White House lawn with binders saying Epstein file phase 1. You're asking your supporters why they're so fixated on it. Can I know y'all see it. I know y'all understand it. I know y'all like, yeah, I know GMS. Yeah, I know it's crazy. Yeah, it is. We have to talk about this. We have to talk about this.
I really don't. And the credible information's been given. Don't forget, we went through years of the Mueller witch hunt and all of the different things, the Steele dossier, which was all fake. All that information was fake. But I don't understand why the Jeffrey Epstein case would be of interest to anybody. It's pretty boring stuff. It's sordid, but it's boring. And I don't understand why it keeps going. I think really only pretty bad people, including fake news, want to keep something like that going. But credible information, let them give it. Anything that's credible, I would say let them have it.
Mr. President, a question on AI. How do you want Americans to think?
A question on AI. She went from Epstein to AI, man. What are we even in the same? I feel like we living in a real Twilight Zone, man. I feel like we living in a fucked up time. Then this man went on to his Truth Social because he couldn't be on social media. That's how you could tell somebody wants to create a cult fan base and try to steer his own narrative, even if it's based in lies, to go and try to create an entire platform so that his supporters can go and listen to his Reddit. And it's funny because the nigga that will sit there, and it's crazy how he pimped it. He pimped the hell out of his supporters. He sat up there and was using these phrases and these narratives to help push his supporters to believe every single last thing he ever says. This nigga sat up here and talked about fake news and the media and all types of shit to get people away from watching the news to watching him. The same people that will sit up here and hear somebody say fake news is sitting there taking their information and news from a single man who has lied countless amounts of times over the span of I don't know how many years. And now he's sitting up here saying this about the Epstein stuff. Listen to this. Listen to this. What's going on? Should I read it? Should I read it like Trump? Should I read this like Trump? Should I do it? All right, I'll do it. I wish I had an orange wig, bro. Let me do this like Trump. My fellow Americans, I have an address for you. What's going on with my boys and in some cases gals? Some of them gals. You know we don't mess with the boy gals. You're either a man or a woman. There's only two genders. They're all going after Attorney General Pam Bondi, who is doing a fantastic job for the millions and millions and billions of people of America. We're in one team, MAGA, one team, MAGA. Fuck the Democrats. They're over there. They're fuck boys. We're one team, MAGA, and I don't like what's happening. We have a perfect administration, the talk of the world, and selfish people are trying to hurt it. They're trying to hurt it. They're trying to crush us. All over a guy who never dies. Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah, the guy who's lit. I've never been to an island. I'm not on the list. Okay, I'm not on that list. For years, it's Epstein over and over again. Epstein this, Epstein that. Little girls here, little girls there, on a table getting massages, baby oil, Diddy. I don't know. I've never been. Why are we giving the publicity to files written by Obama? The black guy. I don't even know if he's black. He's probably Hawaiian. He's probably from Pakistan, somewhere over there. I don't know. Obama, where's his birth certificate? Crooked Hillary.
Comey, Brennan, and the losers of criminals of the Biden administration who conned the world with Russia hoax. It's a Russian hoax. 51 intelligence agents. The laptop from hell. Straight from hell. I seen it. The ground opened up. Satan's hands came out of nowhere and dropped the laptop inside of Hunter Biden's room. I seen it. They created the Epstein files. They created the fake Hillary Clinton, Christopher Steele dossier that they used on me. Trump, the greatest president in history. I've done more than any president in the last 6 months than any president ever did in the life of ever history. And now my so-called friends, they're not my real friends, are playing right into their hands. Why didn't these radical left lunatics release the Epstein file? Why did they do it when they had a chance? Why did they wait for me? It's not my responsibility. I'm trying to play golf and fuck these bitches.
Fuck out of here, man. Fucking clown. Fuck Trump, man. Fuck this nigga for life. I don't want nothing to do with this guy. He's a liar. He's always been a liar. He's always been a narrative starter. He's always been somebody to push his cult to where they need to go. I'm surprised a whole January 6th ain't happened again. I am. I'm legitimate. And matter of fact, just wait. I told y'all on the last episode, give it the next 3 years, man. As soon as that election time starts coming around and we start seeing the next candidate who might be the president of the United States, that man is going to try to run for a third term, which you cannot do. It's illegal. It's illegal. You can't run for a third term. But he's going to try it. And when he doesn't get his way, because they're going to inevitably tell him that there's no way he's going to be on the ballot, he's going to try to galvanize his cult. And we're going to see some shit that might possibly crack off a civil war. And that's if he continues to get these people to stay behind him, because it looks like he's losing some people. I done seen some people burning some MAGA hats. I done seen them burning their MAGA flags. I done seen them people getting on the internet disappointed. Some of the people, the same people that was supporting him and platforming him, Andrew Schultz, Joe Rogan, you motherfuckers was sitting up there putting him on y'all podcasts and having questions, laughing, ha, kiki, and yeah, we can't wait. Why do these people hate Trump so much? And now you sitting on your same platform, scratching your fucking heads, wondering why the fuck the list is now being called fake and being called a hoax. Interesting. Anyway, GMS Family Green Room, it's been a dope show. I appreciate every single one of y'all, man. I have to get up out of here, man. I got things to do, people to see. So if you can do me a big favor, man, hit that like button on the way out. Follow me on my socials. I follow everybody back. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Let me see if I got some beats in here, man. Where's the beats, man? I need some beats, man. I need some beats, man. I need some beats, man. Find me the beats, man. Here we go. We're going to do that. We're going to do that one. Yes, sir. Put a GMS in the chat, man. Let me know where you tuned in from. I want to know. Shout out to y'all that made the chat go up today, man. Every single one of y'all. I appreciate you. Brim Dog, T-Fam1, Money Mar, Extraordinary, Juicy Fruit. I see you. Toke Champs in the building. CDT Beats, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Mind Shift, I see you. 24, I see you. Oh yeah, I wasn't even looking at the comments when I was doing the Trump shit. I was just I was reading off that paper. I was reading off the comment he put out there, man. That shit was wild, bro. That was wild. I can't even express how wild that is. Like I said, if you still support Trump after all this, you're fucking nuts, bro. You're nuts. You're out of your mind. And you really are a cultist. Shout out to y'all, Vel. I see you. Detroit in the building. Vallejo in the building. West Palm Beach in the building. I already know. Forest City, Arkansas. You ain't even got to type it, Toke Champs. I already know you hailing in from Forest City, Arkansas. First time I ever heard about a Forest City was when Toke Champs popped up in this motherfucker, man. Shout out to you, brother. He said, thanks, GMS Olafambu. I can't find my Olafambu picture, man. Otherwise, he would have showed up. I need somebody to make me a new Olafambu picture with him on the back of a rhino with a spear in his hand, getting ready to fuck something up. Juicy Fruit coming in clutch at the buzzer beater with a $4.99 in the super chat. I appreciate you, Juicy Fruit. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Queen. Grim Dog said, yeah, Trump is only helping himself. If you want to see that, then you're a part of the problem. Absolutely. Oh, man. I got to get up out of here, boy. Hey. My nigga in the back was laughing his ass off when I was doing that fucking Trump shit, man. He go, yo, it's gonna be all up in the clip, cuz. I was trying not to laugh, bro. That shit was funny. This shit was crazy. Only one. Mega. Only one. Great. I gotta click that up. I'm gonna click that up as soon as I get off this motherfucker, man. EMS fan, man, I gotta go. I gotta get up out of here. I gotta move. I appreciate y'all. One love. I appreciate everybody that supported, donated, subscribe, hit the like, share this, man. Share this to people. Take the link. Put it in the text, put it in the chat, put it on your socials, let people know where to tune into. New music coming soon, new videos coming soon. GMS music is on the way. The album is almost done, being written. And we're gonna record that bitch, get it mixed up, all that good shit, shoot some videos, do some little live recordings. Then we're gonna get to it. GMS fam, the green room. I'm out.